As you might recall, Kelley Blue Book spent a bunch of money on a refreshed mid-cycle refresh graphic.
Let's maximize that investment with the refreshed Kia Sportage. Oh, the colors. They should have sent the poets.
While not radically updated, the 4th generation Sportage has some notable improvements, and I will note them now. Starting on a superficial tip, the front bumper, grille, headlights, fog lights, wheels, exhaust, rear bumper, and taillight trim have all been reworked, though the differences might not be obvious. A side-by-side with the pre-refreshed Sportage should help. Oh no, who slipped a Macan in there? Right, that's better. There's also a new S trim that looks, as you guess, sportier. Astute Sportage files will also note that the interior has been graced with a new steering wheel and vent bezels. All you bezel fans, feel free to freak out.
To me, the most significant improvement to the Sportage lineup comes from a range of driver assist features. But first, let's take another look at those sweet bezels. Oh yeah!
Gee, I sure do hate crashing. Kia feels my pain, and in response they've imparted all Sportage trims with collision warning that can detect pedestrians, lane departure warning, and lane keeping assist.
I found that with Lane Keep Assist active, the steering wheel makes lots of little nervous adjustments. Attentive drivers might find that intrusive. Inattentive drivers should just be happy that someone or something is actually steering the car.
Speaking of driving, there's a lot to like when motoring around in a Sportage.
While past Kias vexed me with their aloof steering feel, the latest Sportage has a lively feeling steering. As you can tell by all the crap rolling around in the interior, it's nicely weighted at both low and high speeds. And now let's make that crap roll around again. Cheers.
The suspension is similarly competent, delivering a ride that's planted yet compliant. At higher speeds, wind and road noise are more pronounced than I prefer, but overall, the Sportage commutes well. For tailoring your Sportage's character, there are normal, sport, and eco driving modes that change propulsion and steering behavior in the ways you'd expect.
Pro tip, avoid eco mode. It has a lethargic throttle feel that fills my heart with ennui.
Powering the LX, S, and EX trims is a 181 horsepower 2.4-liter engine, while the most expensive SX turbo trim employs a raucous turbocharged 2-liter. With either engine, a 6-speed automatic transmission comes standard. I like 240 turbocharged horses as much as the next dude, but the base engine is potent enough for most drivers. It's also the more efficient choice, assuming you don't compare it to truly efficient members of the compact SUV class. For gnarly off-roading, if we're being honest, probably through suburbia, the $1,500 Dynamax all-wheel drive system features a lock mode for evenly apportioning power between the front and rear tires while simultaneously sapping fuel economy in a big way. Choose the all-wheel drive SX Turbo, and according to the EPA, you'll have a compact SUV with lower combined fuel efficiency than the more powerful mid-size all-wheel drive Mazda CX-9. On a more positive note, the Sportage shines inside with a cabin that, while not the roomiest among compact SUVs, is still perfectly spacious and well-arranged. What do I mean?
There's a standard 8-inch touchscreen with an easily navigable interface, but there are also large buttons with large print on them that are divided by what they do into logical categories. All of this is really easy to use when you're driving, a thing you might do in your Sportage. You know, drive.
Dimensionally speaking, head and legroom are more than ample for my 5'10" build. The rear seats don't slide, but they do seriously recline with 17 discrete steps according to Kia. For cargo hauling, there's a stout 30.7 cubic feet of space with the dual-level floor in its lowest position. That figure doubles to 60 cubic feet with the rear seats dropped. Oh, and Kia, seat releases in the cargo area would be nice. Maybe next refresh.
One more cargo note, accessing the cargo area is incredibly easy thanks to a hands-free liftgate. Unlike some systems where you have to fling your foot around like a goofball hoping to activate some enchanted sensor, with the Sportage, all you do is stand back here for 3 seconds and it magically opens up. Literally any idiot with a key in their pocket could make this happen. Tim, you want to give this a try? I'm so sorry, Tim.
Rounding out the interior, we find mostly good materials punctuated by a few hard plastics, plentiful storage zones, rear vents because some drivers really love their backseat passengers, a handy rear seat USB outlet in EX and SX trims, and a generally pleasing design. Meanwhile, according to the Mike Muzio Elbow Comfort Index, the Kia Sportage rates a squishy, stretchy squirrel for softly padded armrests that are just a bit too far from the wheel to use while steering.
One last interior note, last time I reviewed a Sportage, I noticed that if you hit this spot right here on the center console, it rang out kind of like a steel drum. Let's see if it still does. It does! Yay!
In base form with an 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, Hill Start Assist, High Beam Assist, 6 airbags, and some sort of pumping device for the driver's seat, the Sportage LX lands a touch below $24,000, including destination charges. Many of its competitors are similarly priced, but the Sportage parries with a long 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. For fancier sportaging, you can add indulgences like full-speed dynamic cruise control, dual-zone automatic AC, leather, ventilated and heated front seats, keyless entry with push-button start, embedded navigation, a heated steering wheel, front and rear parking sensors, blind spot warning, a Harman Kardon audio system. I could go on, but I won't. If you're mulling a Kia Sportage, it's worth considering alternatives like the Honda CR-V, Subaru Forester, and Chevrolet Equinox. Or hey, if you want a hybrid, which the Sportage does not offer, there's the Ford Escape and Toyota RAV4. That is some heady competition in an absolutely crowded field. Look at all those. That's a lot of compact SUVs.
Nonetheless, the Kia Sportage remains a sensible choice, offering strong value, a well-rounded demeanor, and a long warranty. And if none of those things dazzle you, maybe this will.